Today I am going to be talking about the WIPs, the works in progress that I have. Well, they're scattered all over my house for some reason. And I'm going to come up with a plan, and I'm going to take you along with that plan and hopefully finish one or two in this video today. Recently, and I would say last year sometime, I cleaned out my office because we got new flooring, and I think maybe it may have been a year. So that is the reason why some of my WIPs are not located in my office space. So I wanted to give you a tour of some of the WIPs that I have upstairs and then some that are downstairs. And the first one I want to talk about is Santa. This is a ginormous Santa. And as you can see, I almost have, well, I have a lot of it done. I just need to make his body and another arm. And I can't even remember if he has a jacket. But this pattern is by Kit's Knits. And it's been up here in our guest bedroom on the side of the bedroom. And I think this is actually from 2024 that I started this WIP. So I would really like to get him done. Christmas decoration. I think part of the reason why I was having a hard time, I didn't like the skin color. So anyway, but that's okay. I might gift it away this coming Christmas, but he is one of the biggest things that I have to finish. Happy day, I was looking for something else. I found the other arm for Santa. I also found a couple of these beanies that I need to just sew together and put a palm on, or not put a palm on. That's how close they were. I was making a whole bunch of them and didn't get those done. Then I have an articulated ant. I know I have the head somewhere around here and the stuff. And then I have this cardinal pattern that I was working on. I need to possibly add legs. I haven't quite decided, but maybe write up the pattern for him. And then I have another partial blanket that I need to work on. I actually need to find the pattern for this. I know it's in my pattern drawer. I printed it out. Then this one, this beautiful thing, I have to find the pattern for because it's almost done, but it took a really long time because it was a CAL, a C-A-L, so you work on a little bit at a time. And some of the yarn that I bought when I started, they don't sell anymore. So on this side, I have the brown here, and on this side, I need to add the brown, which is in this basket right here. I mean, all the colors are in here, and it's attached with this blue one, but I need to find the pattern, and it was in this box, and now I have to figure out where that is. This, I don't even remember what it is. I think it was supposed to be, oh, it's got a, this is how long it's been. I get really going, and then, oh, look, how cute. That looks like a little Joseph. I believe this was a nativity that I had started, and that's where it sat. So I know where the pattern for this one is. If you want any of these patterns, right off the top of my head, I don't know what they are. I'll see if I can find them to link, but I do have more WIPs. They are located downstairs, so let's go downstairs and check those out and see what I can get started on and maybe finish for this video. Oh, I am down in my office where I have a little bit more of an organizing system. You may laugh, but I'm going to share it with you. So I have this little tote thing that someone gave me some treats or something in at one point, and I just have reused it for where my WIPs are going to go. So I'm just going to pull these out of here. More beanies that need toppers. I mean, this one, literally, all it needs is the beanie on top. Or, not the beanie on top, the palm on top. Why do I keep saying beanie? I don't know. So, super easy. That one will be able to be finished quick. Yet another. I have several. And actually, looking at this, I could make this a beanie, but I believe it was supposed to be a pumpkin, and I'm pretty sure I ran out of this yarn because there's the end of it. So all I need to do is stuff that. I mean, come on. Where was my momentum on that one? And then this is supposed to be my black ant. The other one was supposed to be a articulated butterfly, and that pattern is from All From Jade. The ant is from All From Jade as well. And this one is also All From Jade. It is a spider and has little babies in it. And I got to the point where I was making the legs, and I got one leg done, and it obviously needs 7 more, but I was crocheting with black yarn. So yeah, so I just need to make the legs on this. And I thought this would be a super fun like decor item where if kids came over, they could play with this one. Or if I decide to sell it, I don't know at this point. I just want to finish it. One more thing. I have half-made dolls all over the place. So this one is a Frankenstein. This is Kit's Knits as well. And I just need to, I have the bottom part done, which for all intents and purposes for this pattern, I don't know, because I haven't finished it, may be the most difficult part. I do have one other thing that I think might be the one thing that I may be able to finish besides maybe a beanie or two on this video today. So it is, I have been making granny squares with this fabulous yarn. It is in this basket right here. It is the Red Heart granny square. Let's see if I can get it. The all-in-one. This one, you can make a complete granny square with this yarn. And I don't know how many you can make. I have made several, and I'm wanting to use up the yarn so I can have that basket for space for other yarn that I have that is stashed all over the place. And I actually, you can see back there, I have more yarn. So this is more of a stash busting item that I want to do. So I'm either wanting to do a scarf or a like a vest, a sweater vest. Not sure what I'm going to end up doing, but it is really fun to make these squares. There is a little tweaking that has to go. I did make a video about these. You can link in the description below. So if you are curious about the all-in-one granny square from Yarnspirations, it actually makes your projects go quicker because you don't have to switch and weave in ends, which is a really cool thing. But there are little tips and tricks to make you get through it so that it's all even. Little tip, if you're curious about these granny square yarn, I just looked on the back and apparently you can make 14 squares out of 1 skein of this yarn. So that's a pretty good deal. I will link this in the description below too if you're interested. There's a lot of different colorways. Thing that needs to be finished, it's this heart, and I just need to put the doily part of it around this heart. If you're looking for a really cute pattern, this one just was released last week on my channel. It was a tutorial, and so I just need to finish it so that it can become the set. I have several on my desk, so I think I'm going to be doing it either white or pink. I haven't quite decided. Maybe pink, because I already have one done, so that we can have 2 of each. From all the things that I've shared with you, I think that's pretty much everything I have that are WIPs. How many WIPs do you have going? My tendency is I get to get going on my crochet items, and then if it isn't, put it down and I'll start something else. So I do have a custom order that I'm supposed to be working on. And she said that I have a time frame of whenever I want to finish it. So editing Diana the next day, I did just jump into my project. So I decided I was going to finish these squares and I was gonna go get into it. Finished this and put the border on it. So happy day for me. Tell me about the WIPs that you're working on So I'm finishing up this scarf and I'm really excited. Just need to add an edge, add the tassels, and it'll be done. And I think I might do a video for a tutorial on how to do this scarf because it's quick, it's easy, and you can use up your stash. So with that, I'm gonna keep crocheting and I'll check back in with you. Question, are you having a warm snap? I don't know if it's called, you know, when it's a cold snap. We are actually pretty, well, today is a cooler day because it's 63, but we've actually been having warmer days. Like 2 days ago it was 79 degrees. How is it in the areas that you're in? What's the weather like? Let me know. That is what inspired me to make a scarf because it's still kind of cold here. And my neck gets cold. Now that I have short hair, my neck gets cold. So I need a scarf. I'm really excited about how this little cup cozy turned out. It goes on my Stanley and I really, really like how it turned out. I am going to go do a tutorial for this in the future. It is a stash busting project, so I'm excited about that. And now I have to show you what my scarf looks like. It turned out beautifully. So I connected the squares and it is nice and long. And it goes around my neck like this. I am adding tassels. I only have a few more to do and just need to trim those. But I am really pleased with how it is turning out and it's really pretty. This colorway for this one is called Soft White Pink Punch. So that's the colorway that I am using for this scarf. But excited. I will have a tutorial on how to do this scarf as well in the future because, ooh, yeah, it turned out really cute. I decided to do, which I've done, is to lay everything out and quickly decide which ones speak to me that I want to work on. The ones that are so close that I can finish quickly, I'm going to do those. The ones that need a little bit of time, I'm going to put those away and work on them at a different time. And then I am going to maybe pull out the ones that need to be repurposed in some way. I'm gonna change my mindset. So instead of thinking, oh, I've got to finish this project, just I have to weave in these ends. So I'm gonna do that. Add borders only. I'm gonna stuff and close up this plushie only. So batching equals faster equals less mental load. I don't know, the things that sit around and need to be done, they seem to like weigh on my brain. So that is the mindset I'm going to go into. I'm very task oriented. So I'm going to go in there, make it simple, go do it and get it done. Okay. One thing I'm going to be really kind to myself is I am going to finish imperfectly, meaning my rows can be different. They can be off, but it's going to be done. It does not have to be social media worthy. Sometimes I think I make stuff or we make stuff and then we don't want to share it because it's not perfect. Well, guess what? Your imperfect might be somebody else's perfect. Just finish the project. That's what we're looking for. Just finish the project. Not your favorite. Donate or gift the item. Okay. An idea for preventing WIPs in the future for me is go ahead and weave in the ends as you go and don't wait till the end. Keep a WIP limit, 2 to 3 max. Okay, these are good things that I need to do this year. Write the hook size down, the row count on a tag, and clip it to the project. Mad genius crochet mindset shift. A finished project is always better than a perfect WIP, right? Momentum going and get through those WIPs that we have so that they're not sitting around gathering dust. I would love to hear what WIPs you're working on, what you finished, what inspired you. Happy crocheting.